am a Kanalakshmi from CSE department. I am working as an assistant professor in PSN College of Engineering. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about the static class members. Okay, so already we are all know about the who are all the members of a class. So that is a data member and then member function. Okay, so here we are discuss about the static class members. So who are what is mean by static data members and then what is mean by static member function. Okay, so today first we are discuss about the first thing is a static data members. Okay, so already we all know about the how to declare a data member. Okay, so they have a return type and then as well as the variable name. Okay, so here you have to include one more keyword as a static. Okay, so data member of a class can be qualified as a static. Okay, so likewise here you declare the how to declare a static member variable. Okay, so already you know about the class name, then static variable name, so then data type name. Okay, so likewise very given. Okay, so we have given some more special characters about the static member variable. Okay, it is initialized to 0 when the first objects of a class is created. So no other initialization is permitted. Okay, so next point, only one copy of the member is created for the entire class and is shared by all the objects of the class. So no matter how many objects are created. Okay, it is next one, it is visible only within the class, but its lifetime is the entire program. Okay, static data members is defined by the keywords as static. Okay, so here the syntax. So you already know about the how to declare a particular variable. There is a variable name, then class name, variable name, then data type, then what to give a keyword as a static. Okay, so likewise they are given the syntax here. So you have to given a small simple program about the static data member. So first you have to include a header files. Okay, header files is a C++ program. So you have to include a header file as a iostream.h, konya.h. Here a class name as a item. Okay, so here we are declare about only the public data members only. Okay, so there are two data members, that is one is a count, another one is a number. Okay, here count is a static member variable, then number is a normal integer variable. Okay, two member functions also given, that is a get data and then get count. Here declaring only one formal parameters. That formal parameters is pass the values into the member variable. Then you have to increment the count plus plus. The get count, just you have to include the cout statement, that is a printf statement. Okay, in the C++ we have to given the printf statement as a cout. Okay, so here the static member variable is a count. Okay, here we have to where you have to declare the static member variable means so outside the class, that is here we are declare so integer, item, then scope resolution operator, then count. So outside the class means you have to include scope resolution operator as well as the that's a class name you have to include. So likewise we have to declaring outside the class, we have to declaring the that static member variable. Okay, that's a count. Next you will start the main function. Main function here we declare there are that the class name is an item. There are three objects are here created, that is a, B and C. Okay, so first how to call a member function means, so with the help of object name plus dot operator to invoke a particular function. Okay, likewise we have to here included, that is a dot that get count. Okay, so the control from the main function to control passes to the member function. Okay, but that is a get count member function. There is a indet member function. We have to just include so just count is equal to count count being so your control passes from the this main function to the member function. Okay, just what output, so first output is a dot get count. So count is equal to, so already itself we are discuss about the static member variable means it's initialized to when the first object of a class is created, it's initialized to 0. So likewise here you have to invoke a first member function, that is a get count. So in that member function we have to include a static member variables as a count, so it's initialized to 0. A dot get count means, so it, the result is count is equal to 0. Okay, then b dot get count means again invoke a same member function, that is a count is equal to 0. Okay, so again c dot get count means, so again invoke a same member function, it's produce the same result as a count is equal to 0. Okay, so next a dot get data. So a dot get data, so from the main function the control passes to the member function, that is a get data. The 100 is initialized to the value, is initialized the value to the a variable. Okay, a variable is loaded into the number member variable. Okay, so plus now count is increases to first a count member variable have a first initializing value is 0. So next time we are again calling the same static data member variable. So now count is initialized to 1. Okay, so a dot get count is a control passes from the main function to the member function. Here count is increases to 1. Okay, so a dot get count, so now count is equal to 1. Okay, so again b dot get data, that's again what to passing a value as a 200. So here control passes to this function, that is a equal to 200. So a equal to, then the 200 is allocated to the number variable. Here again count is increased, that is count equal to 2. Okay, so next again we are invoking a same member function, that is we are passing the value as a 300. Okay, so 300 is loaded into the number member variable. Again count is increases to 3. Okay, so now next, so see out after reading data. So this is see out statement, likewise is a printf statement, likewise is a printf statement. So after reading data, here again we are calling a dot get count. Okay, so control from the main function, so control passes to the member function, that is a get count. Then count is equal to, now count value is increases to 3. Okay, so first a dot get count means control passes to this member function, now count is equal to 3. Okay, so again we are calling a same member function, that is a b dot get count. Again passes, control passes to the same member function, that is count is equal to 3. Okay, so again we are invoking a same member function. Okay, again control passes to the same member function, now count is 3. Okay, so likewise only we are producing the output for the static member variable. Okay, so where you have to declare a static member variable means, so outside the class you have to defining a static member variable. So outside the class you have to defining a particular member variable means you have to use a scope resolution operator, as well as who is the class name for the member variable, who is the class, who are all the class for this count member variable means, that is a item. Okay, so this count is an integer member variable. Okay, so integer member variable, and we have to, here we have to declaring that particular member variable. Okay, so next we will move on to the static member function. Likewise, static member variable, we can also have a static member function. Here we are also given some more special properties about the static member function. Okay, so static function can have access only other static members only. Okay, so even though that members may be when the functions or variables. Okay, so static member function can access only to other static members, that static members only. Okay, so how to invoke a static member function means, you have to use the class name, using the class name, then plus scope resolution operator. Instead of objects, you have to use a class name to invoke the static member function. So how to declare a static member function means, likewise here they are given. So class name, scope resolution operator, that's a function name. That function name is as nothing but a static member function. Which member function you are going to replaces a static member function means that function name you have to declare it here. Okay, so class name, then scope resolution operator, then function name. So likewise, we have to calling that static member function. You have to call. Okay, so here, so you have to discuss some example program about the static member function. You have to include a header file. Okay, whether it's IOStream language. Then so class test. Here class name is a class test. Then you have to given a two member variables, two data member variables, that is a code, another one is a count. So code is normal member variable, that is a integer type data member variable, then count is a static member variable. Then these two member variables are the private data member variable. Then next you have to include a public data member variable. Here they are given a three member function, that is a set code, show code, and then show count. Set code is a normal and member function. Then show code is also a normal member function. Here we have to include only one member function, that is a show count as a static member function. So static member function we have to declare a, so before you are preceded by the keyword as a static. So likewise you have to, here we are declaring. Okay, so already we are know about the, so where you have to declare a static member variable means if it is outside the class. So likewise here also you have to include you have to declare in the outside the class, you have to declaring that static member variable, that is a count, then scope resolution operator, test, and then integer member variable. So likewise you have to outside the class, you have to declaring that member variable. Okay, so from the main function you have to start at the execution. Here we have given the class name is a test. Then you have to given two objects, then T1 and comma T2. So first you have to invoke a set code function, member function. Then the particular object T1 dot set code. So from the calling function to control passes to the called function, that is a set code. Okay. So here from the this point to the this point, then here code equal to plus count. Okay, so that is a pre-increment. Okay, so pre-increment, post-increment, pre-increment, there are two things. Here we are declaring a pre-increment. Okay, so the code equal to, so plus count. Okay, so code equal to plus count. Here count is equal to 1. Okay, so again to T2 dot set code. So already we have a, so count value is a 1. Again you have to invoke the same member function, that's count values increases to plus 1, that is a count equal to 2. Okay, so likewise again we are calling a, so likewise we are to calling a, so test dot show count. Okay, so here we are calling a static member function. So already we are know about the how to invoke a static member function means it's a class name, scope resolution operator, then function name. So likewise here we are defined, that is a class name as a test, scope resolution operator, that's a show count. Okay, so from this point it invoke the particular member function, that is show count. Here starting member function is a show count. So from the calling function to the called function, here when the control passes to this function. Okay, so already there's a count is increases to, first thing count is increases to initializing the first count, say, count value is equal to, so so 2. So first time, so T1 object having a counted value is a 2, then T2 object a counted value is a 3. Okay, so first time what to invoke here, first time we have to invoke T1 dot set code means control passes to the this function. Now count value is a pre-increment. Okay, count value first initializing value is a 1. Second time again invoke it, that is the count value is a 1, again is added to the plus 1, that's a 2. Now say counted value is 2, and then test equal to test is scope resolution to show count. So we have to calling a static member function, that is a show count, that's a show count, that is a count value is equal to, that's the answer is a 2. Okay, so test T3. Okay, so test T3. So again we have to create one more object, that is a T3. So T3. So T3 dot set code. Okay, so T3 dot set code, again the control passes to this function. Thus now count values increases to, so already this count value is 2, now count values is a 3. Okay, so T3 dot set code, T3 dot set code, now count values increases to 3. Okay, so next we have to invoke a static member function, that is static member function is a show count. Okay, so we have to invoke a static member function. Now count value is a 3. Okay, so the answer is a count is equal to so now count value is equal to 3. Okay, so first time you have to invoke a first time t1 dot show code. Okay, so t1 dot show code, so from the main function to the control passes to the called function, that is a show code. Here show code is a, so object name object number equal to, that's a code. So first time code equal to, that's a 1. Okay, so next you are calling it t2 dot show code. Again control passes to the show code. Here object number is 2. Okay, so again, so t3 dot show code, again control passes to the, so object number is a 3. So likewise the output is will be answer. Okay, also given the output as a, so count equal to 2, then count equal to 3, then object number equal to 1, then object number equal to 2, then object number equal to 3. So likewise they are given the this program, so it gives the output likewise. Okay, so next to move on to the, so what's mean by array of objects. Okay, so I already know about the how to declare an object அப்படிங்கிறது. So it's a class name, then object name, we have to given a size of the array. Here we are given the size of the array. So size is nothing but the size of the array. You have to given some example about it, how to define a particular array of objects. That is if it is a class name is a my class, the object name is a obj, you have to given a size as a 10. Okay, so you have to hold 10 or 10 numbers only, we have to hold that particular object. So likewise we have to give an array of objects. Okay, so here array of object have a type as a class type. Okay, so array of variables of type class is known as array of objects. Okay, an array of object is stored inside the memory in the same way as in the ordinary array. Okay, so you have to given a syntax here. So you have to given a class name. So you have to given a private data members, you have to given a public data members as well as the member function. So how to declare and how to define an objects means, that's a class name, then object name. Additionally, we have to include one of the category as a, so size. Size is nothing but here we have to include a size of the array. If it is a size of the arrays, maybe it's surely it must be a, so integer number value, that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. Likewise you have to given that particular size of the array. Okay, so you have to given a small example about the array of objects. Here you have to include a header files, then class, my class, you given a only one data member, private data member, that's a integer a, then public data members and member functions. Whatever the public data member function means, that's a set, that's one function, then get, so one more function. Okay, so you have to close the class. Okay, then we have to include a main function here. Here included the array of objects are created, that is a class name as a my class, then object is a obj, but include only 5. Okay, we have to given the size of the array is of 5. Then with the help of for loop, you have to get the number of values. Okay, so for integer I equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus. So for the first you have to initialize in the I equal to 0. So an object 0 dot set I. Then this passes to the, so this function that you have to initialize in a value as a, you have to given a value. Okay, so you have to given a value, that's a set 0. Okay, so you have to 0 is allocated to the x, then a equal to 0. Okay, so next again you have to repeatedly calling that I, then increment the I plus plus, then I value is incremented to the 1, that 1 is less than 5, so condition satisfied. Then move on to the next line, that is object 1 dot set of 1. Okay, so next control passes to the same member function. Now x order value is initialized to the 1, then a equal to 1. Okay, likewise repeatedly up to We have to satisfy the condition, the control passes to the same member function. Likewise, we have to retrieve the answer. We have to give another for loop, that is integer I equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus. Likewise, we have to given the, so you have to get the input for the set I, that is a equal to 0, a equal to 1, a equal to 2, a equal to 3, and then a equal to 4, and then likewise we are get the answer. Likewise, that those answers we have to produce the result with the help of another for loop. Likewise, the output is produced, that's object 0 dot get of 0, object 1 dot get of 1, object 2 dot get of 2, then object 3 dot get function of 3, then object 4 dot get function of 4. Okay, so that's all the static class members. Okay, so here now we have discussed about only about the static data members and static member function, as well as we have to discuss about the array of objects. Okay, thank you.